play for the time being. It's still with the Nittany Lions, 15 to shoot. Down low, Nittany Lions running out of time. Brenfleck, swim move inside, gets through one, takes through two, and he scores! What a goal, Jeb Brenfleck. Add that to the redshirt freshman's highlight reel. It's 7-5 Penn State, and it's an electric atmosphere at Panzer. Sharp, 20 to shoot for the Bulldogs. Brandoff, inside to Cabrera, fake move, Fayak, what a stop! Momentum taking him one way, sticks out the stick the other, and keeps it out of harm's way. Who's content to let this shot clock continue to dwindle down. Inside towards 40 seconds, long separation, bouncing shot, scores! Costin, revenge, a dish best served cold. And Penn State's 2:56 away from a monumental upset in the chilly conditions of Panzer Stadium. Brenfleck, back to Sickler, stopped by Paquette, loose on the goal line, didn't cross. Ricocheted off both his legs, and he was able to scoop it off the crease.
In all game, but an excellent showing in the first half of play for the junior goalie.
Set to go with half number 2 from Panzer Stadium. Initial draw controlled by the Bulldogs and Nicholas Ramsey. They have won 9 of the first 13 draws in the contest. That has not deterred this Penn State team, who had the bounce back in the first quarter, reeling a little defensively. Here's a low shot, skips past Fayak. Possession will stay with the Bulldogs off the dive from Cabrera. Cabrera scored 2 goals in the first 3 minutes of the contest. They got Yale off to that quick start. He's been held in check since, but somebody that's hard to keep under wraps, Matt Brandoff. You'll see him retreat towards X with Johnson for the Bulldogs. Here's Sharp, and his shot is straight on Fayak. And another save to the total. How about it, Alex?
Well, Fayak starting off this second half the same way he ended off the first half, making a big save there, and just he's really locked in. We saw him during the half not go to the locker room, keep practicing and taking shots, and he's a player that has really been solid so far.
Nittany Lions can't get the clear. They have struggled in that category the last quarter or so, and it affords an opportunity here to the Bulldogs. Fed in low towards Cabrera. He couldn't corral it. Instead, it hopped straight into the stick of Fayak. But just like that, another missed clearing opportunity for Penn State, and Yale will repossess through Tevlin. Alex, this is something we talked about here for this Penn State team. The clears have not been up to par. They are 9 of 13 after that last one. Penn State's a team that clears just under 85% on the season, and they've struggled a little bit with that after the first quarter.
Well, what made Penn State successful in that first quarter was that they were clearing, and it was Yale who was struggling clearing. Yale had 2 failed clears, and Penn State scored on both of those possessions. And now for Penn State, after that first quarter, they've just had 4 successful clears, now 9 of 15 on the contest. If Penn State wants to get back to doing the things that they were doing in that first quarter, which is scoring goals, they have to get clears, have to get possession, and right now, they're just not doing that.
And there's some sloppiness from the Bulldogs. It was a tough rising shot from Bragg that Fayak got a piece of, and then the missed pass from Johnson to Cabrera is going to reassess possession to Penn State. That is already turnover number 9 for the Bulldogs in this game. Dan Raham being hounded around the midfield line, but Penn State will keep possession. Now here comes Peden from X. Off to Sickler, who scores! Hot shot, Mark Sickler. Penn State's back in front. First goal in just under 20 minutes has the Nittany Lions out to a 6-5 lead.
Mark Sickler with a wicked shot to score the first goal of this half, and that's a goal that Penn State needed, like you mentioned, Andre. That goalless drought for Penn State is erased, and this is the first goal that Penn State has scored to open the quarter in this game. It's usually Yale getting out to that early advantage, but now Penn State starting off strong. It'll be very interesting to see if they can kind of build some momentum off of it and keep expanding their lead.
The sophomore Sickler, native of Hummelstown, Pennsylvania, his 5th goal this season, matches a season high from his freshman campaign. Another face-off win for the Bulldogs. It has been tough sledding for redshirt freshman Hudson Bond for Penn State in that category so far this afternoon. We'll see how the Bulldogs respond now. They have had every answer so far. And Alex, a very important quarter in this game when you compare the two teams. Penn State's starting halves has struggled so far this season. They were outscored 7-1 in the third quarter against St. Joseph's on Saturday, but so far Yale has been the team that's looked like deer in headlights. Another turnover. The Bulldogs, by comparison, in their only game so far in this campaign, outscored Villanova 9-1 in their third quarter.
When you're looking at those third quarter stats, obviously it doesn't look good for Penn State, and it's just the adjustments that you make in that locker room. But right now, Andre, Penn State's pressuring Yale. They're forcing them to make passes, and they're committing a lot of turnovers, which is something we've seen the entire game. Yale now up to 10 turnovers in the contest. So it'll be very curious to see if Penn State could just keep on capitalizing on it, which is something that they did in that opening quarter.
Coach Tambroni has talked about starting halves better for the Nittany Lions. They couldn't draw up a much better start than this one to half number 2. Here's Jack Trainer. Now, back door, Peden. Fed side of the goal, Trainer shot, and it's stopped by Lacrosse. Got the save down low. Now a chance for Costin to redistribute. Shot was not directed goalward, inside of 30 seconds for the Nittany Lions to shoot. Sickler will go for another. This time Paquette does make the save. Rebound loose. Trainer trying to scoop it up. Flags fly as a pile of bodies stack up. It's another penalty upcoming on Yale. And in the meantime, Penn State will have an opportunity to set up its offense. Trainer off the ground ball. Costin surveying his options. Attempted spin move. He goes down. That's going to allow Yale to try to scoop it back up. However, they're unable to stop play for the time being. It's still with the Nittany Lions. 15 to shoot. Down low, Nittany Lions running out of time. Brenfleck, swim move inside, gets through one, takes through two, and he scores! What a goal, Jeb Brenfleck. Add that to the redshirt freshman's highlight reel. It's 7-5 Penn State, and it's an electric atmosphere at Panzer.
That was just an amazing goal by Jeb Brenfleck. Now, 3 goals in the contest, had 3 goals last game. Jeb Brenfleck has been on fire for this Penn State team, and just what a goal, what a spin move. Knife right toward the goal, and he buried that, made no mistake on the shot, and that really got the home crowd fired up, Andre.
8th of the season. It's a hat trick for Brenfleck, and now Penn State's headed man up for a minute. Penalty for Yale came against the sophomore lawn pole. That is Jack Stuzen. Was up for an Inside Lacrosse Player of the Week award after causing 5 turnovers in the season opener against Villanova. He has been held in check like many of the big Yale players in this one, and now he's down in the penalty box for a minute. Penn State was 0 for 1 in man-up opportunities in the first half. Yale off the draw, trying to eat up clock, looking to get established in the Penn State end. With a mass scramble, we'll see who comes out with it. Certainly advantage Yale here as they continue to whack away time on this clock. But now possession with the Nittany Lions, who have to hurry in the last 32 seconds of the man up. Kelly on the far side with possession. Hands off Peden. Flags fly, another penalty upcoming on Yale. Already 2 today on the Bulldogs, committed 9 in the season opener last week. Here's Peden. Tried to cut inside to his former high school teammate Trainer. Ball is scooped up by the Bulldogs, and here comes the call upcoming as Tevlin touches up.